Hey guys, welcome. Today I would like to show and share with you a little trick I discovered to make a round, connect a round ball-like object with, a rectangular wall if you want. So I have a spaceship and I would like to have a round window, but a ball-like window. Not sure if I like it, but I would like to want to see it if it looks good. And there is a nice little trick you can do that. It's not hard, but you have to know it. Okay, let's just get started. This video is relatively spontaneously. I'm, working right now on this, and so I'm saying that because it's true. Okay, let's get started. So we have a simple, a simple face, very simple wall. You can do this on any wall. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use insert faces, inset faces, whatever. Okay, let's we need to do it twice. There is a reason for that. I'm gonna show you what happens if you do that, if you do not do that twice. So one time and a second time. You can experiment with those steps if you want, but this is what works for me. And now we're gonna say right click and say subdivide, clicking on, wait, let me just hide this guy here, it's kind of in the way. Subdivide 10 times, because it's a good value. If you go up higher, your ball sphere will become more detailed and it looks better. But if you want to have more performance, 10 is a good value. It really is a good value. Next step is we need to make it to a sphere. So we could do this either by clicking on the mesh and then go to transform, and then we have it here to sphere, or pressing Shift Alt and S, or just pressing F3 and type in to sphere like this. And when we did this and we don't click on anything, but we just move the mouse, then it will change at some point to a nice sphere. And then when I'm happy with that, I could also use that, but I just want to have a really nice sphere. So just drag your mouse until the point when you are thinking that's a nice sphere. And then say left click to apply that. And yeah, let's ignore that for now. Now we have a an okay sphere, maybe not completely round, but you can do that. It's possible. It depends a little bit on. Anyway, doesn't matter. You can do it. I'm gonna show you this later on a different object too, if you want. So now we have that. We're gonna press X and say dissolve faces, because we don't need that other stuff. And next step is we're gonna drag this out by pressing E for extrude. Is there maybe another way to show you this easier? Okay, let's use this because then we can see it better. So I choose extrude region. You could also press E. We drag it out, or we pull it out. Yeah, a little bit. I'm not sure. I mean, depending on how perfect your sphere you would like to be, it might be important, but if you just want to approximately have a sphere, that's okay. Good, we did this. Let's go back to this menu. We need to switch into this vertex selection dot menu if you want. And now we say right click and go down to merge vertices by collapse. Alternatively, you can press M and just do the same, just a shortcut for it, and say merge collapse. But we're gonna do this right click, like right click, and then go down to merge vertices and say collapse. So now this looks a little bit weird. Next step is now we need to select this tiny dot which is left, and everything which surrounds the circle. So all those vertices we need to select. How you select that is really up to you. Choose your way. You see, this is a little bit off here from this is a little bit brighter, this is thinner. It has to do with the structure of my ship right now. But you can do it symmetrically. I'm going to show you this later. Again, this is just, we do it twice. Once on the ship and the second one on a cube. And so you can see the difference. Anyway, so you can either select that, you know, again, how you do this is up to you. I do it like in this way. I'm going to select the point here. And then I'm going to hold down left control on the keyboard and the number plus key once. And I selected everything what, yeah, you know, is next to this point. Anyway, again, select somehow. It has to look like that. And then the next step is, again, right click and say subdivide, again, 10 times. Again, and also, I say again so often, so also you can experiment with those values, because I'm still, you know, learning Blender. Sure, you can do stuff better. But anyway. Okay, we selected those two, you know, it looks like that now. Let's press F3 and say to sphere, or because it's kind of a tutorial, or it isn't a tutorial, we're gonna click on mesh, transform to sphere. Alternatively, you can press the shortcut Shift Alt S. We're gonna click on this, and now we're gonna drag or move the mouse to the right. And it became a ball. So that is what we want, or that is what I wanted to see, how this looks like on my spaceship. And you see when you do that, and you do not do this, the second step in between, like when you remember we inset phases twice. If you do not do that, it kind of affects too much of the structure which is near to the ball, and you don't want to see that actually. So that's basically it. You know, you can now say maybe just right click, go to this face selection, right click. Only in the face selection in the edit mode we can right click and choose smooth, only for this area here, which is really crucial. I overlooked this for a long time. Anyway, I step out of this and you see it. That's a nice ball, right? I would say it's nice. Probably not perfectly in terms of whatever, but it's nice enough to keep modeling. And now you can do, actually what I sometimes do is just, you know, first of all, let's give it the material I want, the window material, and say assign, because this is what I wanted to see. For my personal taste, it's too detailed. I don't need that actually. But it's good for showing purposes. Okay, so it looks like that. Hey, not too bad. I like it actually. I didn't, you know, it's the first time I see this too in this spaceship at least. So now we can, you know, when we press S and still selected those guys, we can scale it down or make it bigger. When we press S, in my case, S and X, it could be different, could be S and Y in your case, or whatever you know. You see what's going on. S and X in my case, if I change the mouse now, we have like such a round thing. See, it's like a ball almost. So it's a very easy way to make a nice little a bowl window if you want. Okay, that's, you know, that was the tutorial, but I would like to show you this because actually I think it's a little bit off because the whole ship, it's not that the ship is off, but if you model, you know, I think that anyway, it doesn't matter. I know what it is. Let's not go into that. It's too much anyways. I'm gonna select everything by clicking on A, and now I'm gonna show you this one more time, a little bit in a simpler way. So we're gonna need a cube in case it was too, sometimes, you know, I like to show my ship obviously, but it was also because I was modeling it right now, and so I wanted to just do that and see that too, but it can be overwhelming if you see too much, especially in the tutorial. So this is the you know, let's do the same thing again. So we have a cube, very simple. We select one side of the cube. We're going to use inset faces. Inset faces. For some reason, I believe it's called insert faces. I do not know. Anyway, we could either do this one, or we can just press, alternatively, select a face, press I, and then we have the same thing. But for tutorial purposes, I think it makes sense to really show those buttons here. It's easier. So let's go to insert faces, and then we're gonna click on the ball, drag him down a little bit. It's up to you. Again, this you need to experiment too. You know what? I'm gonna duplicate this guy because I'm gonna show you what happens if you don't do it twice. So just ignore this guy here. Good. So once, insert faces, and then another time. Maybe even a third time would help. I'm not so sure. Right click on it, subdivide it 10 times. Again, good value. You can, you know, if we go up higher, our ball is more detailed. If you go up lower, you know, it doesn't look that great. Okay, next step is go to the mesh, go to transform, go to choose sphere, alternatively Shift, Alt and S. Click on that, drag your mouse to the right, left click on the mouse, and then say X, dissolve faces. Now you have a perfect square. In this case, it's really nice, you know, it's not, well, it's a perfect, maybe not perfect, but, you know, no, you are perfect. Let's not insult the square. We're gonna press E, and we're gonna pull this just out a little bit. This step again, probably not perfect. Some mathematician has to calculate that and tell me what would be the right amount to drag it out. I just do it like until I'm satisfied with that. Okay, we're gonna go into the vertex thing. Vertex thing. What is it called? Vertex selecting mode. Vertex select mode. Okay. Well, fair enough. Pressing M, say collapse. Alternatively, I'm going to show this again. Right click, go down to merge vertices, and collapse. Now we're gonna need to select the whole thing. Again, this is up to you how you do that. In my case, I'm gonna press the left control and number plus key. And now we say right click, subdivide 10 times. And now next step is mesh, transform to sphere, and drag the mouse to the right, apply with left click, and make this thing here smooth. It's just, I mean, you wanna, you know, it's a ball, you wanna have it smooth, so go into the phases. I'll show you quickly the difference between smooth and not smooth. If you go into the object mode, you see it's a ball, but you know, it looks like, I don't know, computer-like. Let's go back to the edit mode, say only this thing shall be smooth. Right click, shade, smooth. Object mode, you see it's better. The reason why it's not looking like a super round ball is simply because we did not subdivide it enough. I believe so. Maybe I'm wrong, we have to check this. Sure, we do that, maybe. You see the outer spheres here, this guy here is also affected. So I wonder if we should maybe, oops, I forgot about that. If we, let's do this again, one more time. Why the heck do I actually use my good save file? Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's do this again. Let's use, we do the same thing again. One face selected, insert face once, insert face twice. This time insert face 3 times. Let's see if this makes a difference. Right click, subdivide 10, then mesh, to sphere, right drag the mouse to the right, left click apply, X for dissolve faces, and now we're gonna drag it out, E extrude, drag it out the thing, go into the vertex selection mode, M collapse, then selecting everything, right click, subdivide 10 times. I made a mistake already, but it's good. F3 to sphere, or alternatively go to, you know, I showed this how to make to sphere. So now this looks a little bit okay. You see it bends also the outer rim, but I bet if I'm gonna select the outer rim too, I can just drag the whole thing down. Does this work? See, there are some little bit of a problems, but I think if we can handle that. Let's just go and select this rim. No, this rim first, and check out the, what is it, the X line. It's 1 meter, well, that's convenient. So we're gonna just select the square. I'm gonna go into this menu and say, go back to, I see. Okay, I think we can do that. In order to make this not a thing, see, I learn with you right now. We are going to go to, we want to select those rims. Can we do that somehow? In a nice way. Yes, we can. We can, I have an idea. We're gonna just select one. We are in the edge selecting mode. We selected once this one here and twice this one. Now we're gonna hold down Control and Shift and pressing the plus key, and now it follows a pattern, but I think only to a certain point. Yeah, well, this is not too bad. How could we do it better? How could we do it better? Easier way to select those guys. Maybe like this, I have an idea. Selecting the point here, Control, left Control, plus until this point here. Yeah, and 1 minus. We're gonna hide everything else and see. Now we can select those guys very easily. If you hide stuff, you're gonna press H for hiding your object. If it's gone or hidden, you're gonna, if you want to have it back, you're gonna press Alt and H, and your whatever you have hidden is back. Again, hide H for hiding, Alt H for unhide stuff. We hide those stuff because we don't want to select anything else. It's just easier. So now we're gonna go into this menu again, the edge selecting mode, and we're gonna just select. Doesn't work so well. Well, we figured this out. Top down menu from. Yeah, you can use those if you don't have a numpad, but I'm always pressing numpad 7 key for top down menu. We're gonna go into the wire. You know, the transparent wire thing. Make sure that this thing is selected to the double thing. Anyway, you're gonna get this. Let's select just the outer rim here. Okay. Hope I do not make a mistake right now. Do I make a mistake right now? I think so. I think so. But let's see what happens when, you know, I could just, yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, it doesn't work like I wanted. It doesn't really work as well. If we go and change this value here to 1, I think we stretched the thing here. Yeah, we did it. We stretched it. It looks very weird. I know, guys. It looks. That's what happens. It's not my fault. Let's handle this quickly. I should use this as a thumbnail, actually. Although I'll probably make some people. Anyway, I know how it looks. Don't say anything. I know how it looks. Let's just go handle this thing here. Well, no. The goal is, like I said, to create a bowl. window or sphere onto a, you know, quarter or cube or rectangular. Yeah, guys. Anyway, I hope you understand me. And like I said at the beginning, it's not a perfect square in this term, but you can create nice windows, and that is this was our goal. Let's right click in this thing and say shade to smooth, and here we go. So this looks a lot better than the other thing. Good. How did I do that? Well, in case, I know again, unfortunately it looks like that, but I cannot do anything about that. I mean, I can. So let's say if you adjusted this line here, then this is now lined up with the rest of the cube, so it doesn't affect the surface, the outer surface of the cube. And now we can adjust this manually, you know, to the point we like it. So we just selected this, you know, thing, and we're gonna press G and X in my case, and now I'm gonna drag it just back to the point where I think it's a good position. Okay, and this is really not a bad thing. Actually wonder if we need those things here in the middle. Did we go rid of that for? Oh man, what the heck? Yeah, I believe. Oh, how do I do that now? I cannot select stuff anymore. I mean, the tutorial, guys, is already over. Just experiment right now. Eh? Ah, I'm an idiot. I cannot select the edges because I'm simply not in the edge menu. See? I don't think we can get rid of this because it has to be connected somehow, but I'm just curious what happens when we do it in this way. Get rid of the edges. Yeah. Yeah, it's not perfect. I would say it causes a lot of weird things, but it's not too bad. For my purposes, I think I'm gonna go yeah, I'm gonna show you this quickly. For my purposes, where's my ship again? I'm gonna go not too detailed. I think so. Let's go get rid of this. Let's do this again. No, my ship. Oh boy. So good. Let's get rid of this thing here. So we have dip. I'm gonna repair this again. The tutorial is over. I'm just gonna experiment. You can stay with me or not. It's up to you. Bam, bam, bam. And if I ever find a better way, I'm gonna make a better tutorial. Or if you have any suggestions, you know, or criticism or whatever you would like to say, just do it. I'm nice when you're nice. Also, when you criticize me in a good way, not just say you are, you know, your point. You know what I mean. Okay, let's see. Let's go. Into this menu. It's just easier right now. Good. Let's get rid of this. No glass. I don't wanna. Anyway, it looks. Anyway, so back to this menu. Okay, so I'm gonna press I this time because it's easier. What is this called again? Inset phases. I have to remember that. I again twice. And right click on subdivide. Let's see if we use instead of 10, 5. But I would always like to have like a, although it doesn't really matter, I believe. Let's use 5 just to see a you know, comparison. Okay, 5 times. Then mesh to sphere. Where is it? To sphere. So I'm gonna scale it down, pressing S, just a little bit so that it fits into the thing. Maybe we should use six times, huh? But anyways, we want to see the difference. So X and say dissolve faces, and now we're gonna press E, extrude, dragging it out a little bit. Again, probably what I have to do to make everything even is shall we do that? Let's do that. It's probably gonna screw up everything because the ship uses a mirror modifier and such. But let's just see what happens if I say ship ship apply. No, how do I do that again? Brain stuck here. Oh, apply all transforms. Does it do anything? Probably. I should not save the file. I hope this helped. Even this is this could be the cause for a unsymmetric cycle, or simply a square is not symmetric. So let's see what will do help us. Okay, again, I for inset faces. Okay, let's do this again. I again subdivide 5 times, say mesh to sphere, mesh transform to sphere, and yeah, then X dissolve faces. That's nonsense. X dissolve faces. Here we go. And still, you see it's not perfect. Let's try another way. Dissolve this one here, that one here. Let's use another trick. Let's open this one here. No, this one. Right to the next to this thing. The tutorial just drastically lost accuracy, and we need to activate, where is it, edge length. This is a good thing. Let's make a nice square. I believe this is the English word. So we need, okay, we have 2.8 meters here, and so I would like to have 2.8 meters there. Okay, this looks like a perfect symmetrical square. Let's do the same thing again. E for extrude twice. Maybe one time would be sufficient. What do you think? Maybe. Let's try once. Right click, subdivide 5 times. And now we're gonna go to mesh, to transform, to sphere. Drag the mouse to the right. Left click apply. And select those stuff here. Oh, what the heck have I done here? Is this normal? Let's do this again. Maybe we have to. Do we maybe have to? Does this matter? Okay, to the sphere. Yeah, probably doesn't matter what you use in here, but I don't think it matters for our circle. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I think so. Dissolve faces. Yeah. Okay, and now when we go drag this out, you can see it looks. It should look better. I hope. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look perfectly, but I think it has to do with my whole structure. Why is this not in a perfect? Maybe let's undo this. Let's investigate a little bit. Maybe it has to do with this one. You can see when I have like this one here. It's a little bit unsymmetric. Okay, let's go and just, can we do that? Is this possible? Interesting. Let's use this guy here. Oops. To sphere. Oh la la, look at that. Okay, I learned with you. This one changes, has an impact on the thing. Not sure if this has, you know, the impact I'm looking for. Okay, we selected everything. We choose what is this called? Bounding box center. Well, sounds good. And now we're gonna go to select. No, see, my brain doesn't work anymore. Mesh, transform to sphere. Right click, left click, apply, and X, and then dissolve faces. And now we're gonna press E, dragging it out. Let's check the rim. No, it looks different. I don't know why, but we have an uneven ball. Very interesting. I wonder to solve that. Could we ever get rid of this? Okay, let's try this again. Right click on my spaceship. Let's say apply all transform. Maybe I screwed up something. Should be okay. I'll try this again with you 10 times. No, 5 times. And now we say F3 to sphere. Right click. Okay, let's just see it quickly like that. Incredible. Look at that. Okay, I do not know why this is happening actually. It should be a symmetric square, but it isn't. And I honestly do not know why that happens. But anyway, that's something I think I'm gonna figure out soon. If you know why this happens, you can tell me, and I will know. I thought it had to do something. Oh, wait a second. I think I see the problem. I think I understand why this happens. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this again. I like this one here. Maybe we have to insert it again. So we made a nice proper square. Okay, I'm gonna press I again. Getting it down. Make sure everything is symmetric. Okay. Now we're gonna press right click, subdivide 5 times. Now mesh. Transform to sphere. Right click. Right click. Mesh. Transform to sphere. Drag it to the right. I mean, it looks weird, but it really shouldn't matter. X and dissolve faces. I'm curious now. Ha! This is unbelievable. It's still not. Why is this happening? Very interesting. I have no idea why this happens. It doesn't happen with a new object, I believe. Or does it? Subdivide. What happens here? 10 times. Wait. Let's press I. Insert I again. Maybe, again, a mathematician can tell me what is going on. Or it's just a Blender thing. Let's do this again. And say, right click, subdivide. And the to sphere. No, unbelievable. I have freaking no idea what's going on there. It's weird. It looks better, but not how it should look. Yeah. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm making. You know, I wonder. Let's just use that. Okay, this turns from a tutorial into question solving problem, but I think it still has some value in terms of if you struggle sometimes. You know, I think that happens to everybody. Let's try it again. Yeah, like this. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do this quickly. Twice. Just want to see the difference here. Let's say F3. No, right click, subdivide 10 times. And now we say, maybe it has to do with which, I don't think so, but maybe it has to do with that too. Although we shouldn't do it, because if it doesn't, then we are changing the... Anyway, so let's keep to that. F3. So, okay, looks great, right? Yeah, so let's get rid of those stuff here, drag it out, and let's check this out here. Ah, okay, it has nothing, this is good, this is really good. It has nothing to do with my ship, so that's a good news. The bad news is it is weird, but maybe it has to do with the cycle itself. You know? What I mean is, sorry, I apologize, hold on. What I mean is maybe it has to do with the number of subdivisions we do. Not sure, obviously, but it's interesting. Right click, let's say subdivide 9 times, just for fun. I wonder. And now we're gonna press F3 to sphere, then the same thing, and check this out. Interesting. Okay, let's try another approach. So what else? I was thinking something here. This is even. Let's say subdivide. Yeah, let's do this again. Okay, this one here, and I just want to see if this makes a difference. We're gonna select the middle, perfect center. Now F3 to sphere, drag it out and see if this has an impact. Wow, this is really interesting. Maybe it has to do with the circle himself. I start to believe it's an value problem. That's what I believe. You know, I'm not a mathematician. I'm more in the creative area, if you ask me. It is kind of interesting to me, but I'm sure, because a cycle is a weird thing anyways. This is what I know from math class. And anyway, so I obviously cannot solve this, but maybe you can do that for me. Maybe you can give me a suggestion, and so then we both get something out of this weird tutorial. Anyway, if you thought this video is helpful, you know, I'm not gonna say this shit. Bye guys, thanks for watching, have a good day. Until then.